And it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays. Through the final chicane and the AlphaTauri hits the wall of champions. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Sundays. It's the Challenger tier indeed. We're qualifying right now. First few cars are going on Suzuka. And with me in the casting booth is the Herb.
Formula Sundays.
Clap, clap, clap.
Formula, yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I'm here for Challenger and Challenger only, but very pleased to be here for a more full and appetising grid than the one we spectated in the league's second division last week. We're in Suzuka, and unfortunately I didn't do my pre-game track research, so you're going to have to tell me a little bit about what's going on here. Perhaps most notably why there's a bit overlapping.
Yeah, I think this is the only figure 8 track that we have, and I'm not sure if it's the only one we've ever had, but there is a little bridge, and honestly...
Okay, so it's not a full-on, when we're not talking Wreckfest here.
No, it's not like a crossing. Honestly, I was about to say they should do that, but they should probably not.
No, they definitely shouldn't.
Yeah, but on board with Ocean right now, you see him going up here a little bit, and then there is like a little bridge just around here that you don't even see. So it's more of a tunnel maybe on the other side. Phrase it like that. Suzuka is a little bit of a classic already, I think. Fan in the past has had altering Grand Prix at times, with Fuji being a race as well. But Suzuka has been around for quite a while as well. A very technical track, probably one of the most difficult ones to drive quickly.
Yeah, am I only seeing one DRS zone?
Yeah, that's a little bit of a pain of Suzuka. You can't really overtake super well. There's like
So,
turn 1.
where's the racing?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I can't lie, Suzuka streams in the past have been pretty despair at times.
Okay.
Admittedly though, when I was like, I think the worst was like a 7 people grid and solo cast. And there was just like nothing happening this time around. With 15 people...
Rejoice, you have me, and
yeah.
we will undoubtedly talk about Cars, the movie.
Hell yeah. How about we change our attention to the Minion movies? I feel like there's a rebrand for me coming up.
Yeah, because of your Gru Marto moment. I see. You know, I haven't seen the most recent Minions movie.
Oh, I haven't.
You haven't?
Yeah.
You've rebranded and you haven't even seen them all?
Honestly, I have only seen the first. Nah, maybe I've seen the second one as well. I don't know, man. Never asked the Minions who they served from 33 to 45.
Yeah, no, that's probably a story not necessarily worth making into a film.
Dude, like, someone posted or tweeted this at the Pixar guys, and they and asked them to confirm or deny whether that's true, and like, probably brain fart moment just answered, the Minions only serve villains.
Oh, I mean, it's true, I guess, but does Gru count as a villain?
Honestly, true, right? Like, he's not a villain at all.
Like in the new films, he's absolutely not a villain.
Yeah,
he's a hero. Definitely,
and even in the old ones, like, he wants to steal the moon, but like, for what? He's not like having any big plan to like maybe, I don't know, manipulate the tides or something. Drown England.
Have you ever seen the Have you ever seen the Saturday Night Live sketch with the evil convention?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, it's got The Rock in it. It's very funny.
Got The Rock in it.
Yeah, the Rock's in it.
Going the walk.
Dwayne the Rock. So anyway, we're a few minutes in. Randro is setting the pace for the time being. Am I correct in seeing that Nitro has set one of the top times for Suzuka inexplicably in time trial?
I have no idea. I haven't looked at time trials at all. But he's only 5/10 off, so can't be too bad. Yeah, I mean, Ferraris are interesting tonight, right? Like, we have West here, the newcomer. And of course Yeast demoting for pretty much, I think, the first time ever. And we have a driver moving from Lee to Chally.
That's why he's the GOAT, question mark?
Oh, okay.
I mean, Fabian is demoted as well.
I see. Oh yeah, true,
Technically.
actually. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Fabian was really, I don't know. Of course, we didn't see as much suffering from him as from Fabian. But yeah, apparently there is a bug where you can just not drive the last chicane.
I think Yeast
why
only
Nitro's
suffers
fast.
on the inside.
Hmm?
Yeast only suffers on the inside.
Nah, he's rising. Bo is rising.
Do we have any predictions from you? I of course shun predictions these days, but surely the Marto has some car knowledge.
Yeah, I think like my astrologist has told me that Yeast is not gonna see the light of day. Or rather, the light of podium. Now, you said earlier that you think he's not gonna survive. I do think he's gonna survive, but I don't think he's gonna be on the podium.
That's going to go down as blasphemy in my book, I'm afraid.
I'd say it's
You have
Nitro,
blasphemed.
Glenn, and Randro. I'll take for now. I feel like there's some freak accident involving Randro and Yeast, and then they just recover up to P3 and 4 or so.
Okay, we shall see. We are almost halfway through the Crawley session, and so far the podium, or the front three on the grid, doesn't look too surprising to me. We're yet to see a time set by Steeled Sneeze, was that the new sign-up you mentioned?
That is one of the reserves, and he did have decent times. He could be well in the upper half of the point.
Okay.
So let's see what he can cook. Too close to the side turn. Lost him a little bit. Had to back out again. E4 for now. Who else do we have? Jay is on his in-lap. His teammate is most likely sleeping.
Based.
Based? I don't know. Find it more
Okay,
based
maybe not
if he
based.
shows up for Formula Sundays, man.
Okay, you make a valid point.
Entirely unbased. Yeast. Let's just look at him a little bit here. First only driver, I think. Guy's looking rather greyish. Japan is known for having some rain every now and then. Primarily because Formula 1 used to go there always in monsoon season, so it was really just a coin flip whether the race could be happening or not.
Okay.
Yeah, some background info. Yeah. Turn 1 is also very famous for having a lot of crashes, because it's also the only overtaking opportunity, really. And with overtaking opportunity, I mean only opportunity to dive on someone's inside and hope they don't steer. I think you can overtake in Spoon if you're like mega fast. That's where Yeast is at right now, because the corners discovered Spoon.
I don't know where. Oh right, what the bendy one in sector 2.
The 180, yeah, to the long straight. And then honestly, like the next one where Yeast is coming up to is called 130R. I am not sure why. It's like a 130 degree radius or whatever. I don't know. Actually, yeah, someone Google that, please. You elite guys chatting in VC. Surely one of you can employ the Google type into that. Nitro. And he's faster. Is he gaining another 3/10 through the last chicane? I think not. Also, a big crash happened here. Championship deciding crash game between two McLarens in the 80s. It's been a while ago. Back when McLaren was good.
They've had their moments. I
They
remember
sure
when
have.
I watched Formula One, they were sort of, I think they were the third best team on the grid.
I mean, yeah, I guess like I saw at least one McLaren championship. Because I can vividly remember Hamilton snatching away Massa's title in the last turn.
Oh, was that his first one?
Yeah, just in a McLaren.
When he was but a young boy.
He was. He'll sneeze left the set. Let's get him back then.
Still no lap time from Flavio.
I think he's quali banned.
Oh, is this a Qualiban driver? I see.
So it better be no lap time from him.
Yeah. I thought he was he not here last week?
Yeah,
I thought I remembered it being discussed last week.
Yeah. But of course, like the quali ban should logically apply to the next race you're racing, right? Because otherwise, like what it do?
At least Martin made it.
Yeah. It was even
He knows what's up.
it was Glenn last week. Okay, yeah, we have a couple of naughty quali blockers here. Okay, Martin is out of pace. Who's even driving? I think Solar could be on a hot lap here.
Yeah, he could do with an improvement to his time. He's currently 1.2 seconds down on Mr. Genier in 13th, and it doesn't look like he's improving on this time.
I was about to say, like, his first sector just sounded slow. But
It sounded slow.
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
explain that one to me.
like as if he's not going full throttle at all times.
No, right.
And which is ultimately what you do anyways, right?
I thought you were about to reveal to me that you were the car whisperer.
Yeah, I am the Lorax.
You
I
sensed
speak
the
to
vibrations
cars.
in the.
Oh, hey, look. Honestly, we're not entirely sure if we're doing another F123 season. From what I've heard from the beta tester of 24, the game is mega ass. I mean, I'm gonna get it regardless, I guess.
Isn't this the case with every game when it comes out?
No. I mean, this is just like the FIFA of car racing, right? Like, it's just the same old game released every single year. They are sitting on a, like, 20-year-old engine because they are too lazy to recode their game into a new and better running... let's not get into that. No, but apparently the cars feel, like, horrible. But yeah, we're kind of waiting on 24 before we decide, yeah. I mean, I think, like, it's unlikely that we won't do 24. Or like that. We might run, like, if we only get one tier in F1 24, we might run that at, like, F1 simultaneously. I think 24 most likely. Gonna happen. Three minutes to go.
Yeah, still nobody. There's been no movement in the top 3, unless I'm mistaken.
Let's see.
I mean, there was movement, just not right now.
Yeah, Ocean also just invalidated. Now a DJ into his presumably last attempt here. Yeah, I mean, these S's very, very treacherous later on. As said, like, this one of the harder tracks to drive. Can spin out everywhere. And yeah, overtakes, you can dive into this hairpin here that DJ is currently in. You would take it like he does here in race. There was 100% someone up the inside. If you get a good exit off such hairpin. In here is a remote possibility if you can pull side by side in the curved straight, I guess. I don't think anyone has been bold enough to try and go side by side through the upcoming left-hander, but into this chicane otherwise is also an opportunity. But it's like all if you have to, like, you have to be so close to the car in front. It's so hard to make the overtake stick, DJ. I can't make this a lap count here. And can't go in again either. It's gonna be a botched attempt in the end.
So, is anyone on the hot lap at the moment? DJ?
Yeah, there's a bunch of cars coming up. There's like 5 just about to start.
DJ is up and down, down, up. I always forget. His time is currently better.
That'll be tough. Wes here. 1.5 tenths up. Could get him as high as... Okay, never mind. Doesn't get him into the wall is all that it gets him. Let's see, can Martin cook? Martin does not need much for another position here. 0.5 tenth is already enough for 4th, and Yeast is not mega far away neither.
DJ does not improve on his time in the end.
Yes.
Ooh, Martin is up by 4 tenths.
Ooh, he's cooking.
This could well be a spot on the front row.
Yeah. That looked decent enough. Tied to the wall now.
Oh, this is very good.
Ooh.
Oh, nearly catches Randro for pole.
I think Randro
himself is coming up though.
Oh, Yeast with a big improvement there, just at the cutoff as well. And
Nitro improved as well, a dead heat with Martin.
Yeah.
Or is it? No.
No, it's 100s ahead.
Got one, yeah.
And Steel Sneeze also with an improvement, being pushed away by Glensilk though. Oh man, these last few quali runs really cooked. Let's see, Junier is probably the only one who is still on an actual hot lap. You need to go closer to the wall, mate. He did improve by half a second or so anyway. Yeah, 3 positions up for Junier there on the last attempt. And oh boy, honestly this was like a pretty eventless qualifying for most of it, and then the last minute just times were tumbling in. And ultimately, I guess Randro, Yeast, Glenn were probably about to be the expected top 3. I think Nitro there in 4th for him as well. Martin the first of McLaren, Steel Sneeze coming in for Alfa Romeo. And then DJ, Daddy, and Wes completing. Gonna be interesting.
It will hopefully be a promising battle for the win in this race. I think there's plenty of potential at the top end of the grid for people to charge down Randro.
And there's also a couple of guys that I feel like have criminally qualified and should be making. Of course, Flavio with the quali ban has to go all the way through the field. The Ocean is only in P11 or so as well, or 10. And Sean has been up in 5s. A lot of potential. Further down.
Wow.
It's,
Now we play the waiting game.
yeah, and then
What did you have for breakfast this morning?
did
That's true, I do ask you
really
things.
tell you what it sort of baked oats
Food,
with like
presumably?
banana, a little bit of chocolate. Then I
Baked oats with banana and chocolate.
sort of you mix
What?
up some bananas, oats, oven, and like a little bit of a cake, below calories.
I mean, that sounds nice.
Oh, it is. Yes. Yeah, Jimsky's saying Hans bro is cooked. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Like all of the grid is on softs. Glenn is just gonna fall off. Like even the game says soft medium is the strat, and if the game says soft medium is the strat, then I don't know, man. Hard shouldn't even be allowed.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Is he planning to... You can't do a no stop though,
No, no,
can you? You
you're
have
not
to stop.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's planning, honestly.
Is he praying for a safety car? I don't even know how a safety car would benefit him.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, starting on the harder compound is sort of a risk that you take to, like, potentially get the payoff later in the race. But it's, like, already nullified if there's an early safety car. And, like, going hards makes this even worse. Everybody's just driving normally and he's just weaving to eternity to get some temperature into his tires. It's gonna be a very tough one for him here. I think he's gonna get jumped on the start already by Nitro and Martin. Only way this works is if he goes super long with no safety car, and safety car comes out in lap 12 to 4. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. He's probably gonna be thinking to himself, oh, well, might not have done the smartest choice here.
Maybe it was accidental. I know it can pick the wrong tyres for you sometimes, can't it?
I mean, yeah.
But...
Not really.
Okay.
Like, it's a bit of a skill issue if you're not... That you're... Oh, well, load time issue, I guess. But yeah.
It's gonna be race start time.
Senor. Lights are going on. Randro already pointing towards the inside here for the defense. Let's see who gets the best start. Randro, I think, gets away decently. And I think Nitro has had a decent one as well, but the first turn comes so early. Glenn can keep all of his positions. Lost the car there a little bit, rear-ended the car in front, and, well, there we have it. Martin and Nitro already through. Steel Sneeze sliding through there as well. And Glenn there, that little contact cost him 3 positions. Further back we have a spin, or rather contact I think, between Sola and Monsieur Genier. And everything else went rather smoothly, I guess.
You know, I feel like it's been at least 5 casts since I saw a race start where there was some good old-fashioned murder going on, you know? People are actually quite good at race starts these days, it seems.
They are better for sure, yeah. But I can remember like a race start at Russia where there were just like wrecks everywhere, and then the safety car came out and drove through all the cars and just bowled them away. Oh, good days.
Well, anyway, it is a good start for Randro. In fact, did any of the positions change in the top 5?
Apart from Glenn, no. Glenn was
Oh yeah,
starting
Glenn
third.
fell off.
He lost it. He did fell off. Andrew fast up. Crazy scenes up here, and Yeast up the inside. This is what you want to do. But Randro just has too much speed there, going for the wider line. Too much speed also on Monsieur Genier, as he speeds in the pits.
Yeast is very tight to the tail of Randro here.
Yep. I mean, he does have the pace after all, I guess. At least on paper, to be elite tier, so expected to be on the very top end of this challenger tier. Curious to see how well Martin Nitro can keep up with these top 2.
I did say 5 minutes before Yeast dies though, which would place it somewhere in lap 4. Beginning of lap 4.
Well. Already know it. The first lap with DRS. And he's gonna send a move up the inside. Him and Randro are not gonna survive it.
He's going to send a move up to heaven, more like. Virtual safety car. Mr. Genier came out of the pits and did what exactly?
I think he spun, then DNF'd.
Damn. Self-burn, those are rare.
Well. Spontaneously combusted. Yeah, I don't know. Pain. I guess VSC is nice because it doesn't really hurt or help anybody. And we don't have DRS yet anyway, so we're not missing much of Hail Mary from Yeast.
There'll be no spontaneous busting of a move from Yeast.
Well, there will be one spontaneous driving through from Sean. The next 3 laps.
Why did people pit under the virtual safety car? That's just losing them time, isn't it?
No. Under VSC it's winning, because everybody has to drive a set lap time. And that is slower than the normal lap time. So like while
the VSC is already gone.
Yeah, I know. They done goofed. But yeah.
Oh, so the principle of a good pit stop was there, but these guys didn't execute it, is what you're saying.
They were just a little bit too late. I mean, you can't really know when the VSC ends, right? You just gotta hope that it stays out until you come through. I think like under full VSC you save like 4 or 5 seconds. And under like safety car you'll save about 9 or 10. So like, yeah, it's a bit better to under VSC than the race conditions. So, first DRS. Let's see. My countdown for Yeast death is saying approximately 5 seconds. But he liveth. And another speeding in the pit lane. Oh lord, Sean, while serving his drive-through, has gotten himself a speeding in the pit lane penalty.
Yeah.
He just can't stop speeding. He's
too fast for his own good, it seems.
Just seems that way. So according for Jimsky, following here is easier than leading. Honestly, for me personally, following is always easier than leading. Leading is just anxiety-inducing as hell. And I'm sure at least, oh man, who was it? Oh, Cherry could confirm that. Don't want to be following the Mato. But
I
yeah,
think leading is not too bad because you kind of set the pace for the guy behind you.
yeah, but what if the pace is lower than the guy?
Well, then the guy behind you goes past.
Yeah, Seagull saying
But
Slipstream
if
is
good
crazy on this track.
Ooh, very bunched now. In fact, was that a bit of contact on the rear of Rancho there from Martin? Maybe just a little tap.
Love tap for sure. Did look that way.
It's really close now. The top 6 are pretty much in a line as Glenn is looking for a move on Nitro.
And he executes it nice and easy. Yeah, the initial advantage of the softs probably slowly fading away at this point. I think Steel Sneeze might be the best. Oh, there is a spin and there is a safety car. And at this point, it's over for Glenn. Everybody is just gonna take a nice little pit. Maybe to mediums, maybe hards. I mean, I guess he can, like, it's fun.
So it's not really Joba for him now.
Nah, he just lost 2 positions off his scratch. At this point, I guess.
Could have gone a lot worse if you ask me.
Yeah, true.
Maybe he is the biggest winner here. It is a bit early for the soft guys to be pitting, I think, but I guess needs must when the safety car comes out.
I don't know. I think you can probably even make it on mediums from here. They should last you about 60% of the race distance. About to be coming up. Right? Yeah, not quite, but we will have
no.
like 2 safety cars as well.
So yeah, it's not far off 60% of the race left. I mean, good tyre management is certainly doable.
And Glenn stays out. So he's taking the Gamba.
I'm watching Randro heading into the pit lane, and he is going for mediums.
Yeah. He'll sneeze for hards as he was on the mediums.
Martin on mediums, as is Yeast and Nitro and DJ.
Astral. And
So I really don't know what Glenn's plan is now.
hoping for another safety.
Why you no pit?
Yeah, I guess a risk, I guess, but now he has like track position. If another safety car comes, it's gonna be good. Otherwise, it's gonna be
Sometimes maybe good.
on getting hard. And Sean also like served his 5-second penalty here again, so we're gonna be looking at a blank beat here. No penalties on anyone of now.
Well, that's nice. I'm gonna check the warnings list though.
Well, go sniff some. Search for the bad guys here. I'm not sure actually how well you can cut here. I think the main warnings are gonna be coming through. Oh god, how's the one called that has is it Degner? I think it's Degner. One after or when sector 2 just starts. There you can run wide very nicely.
Flavio currently has. Oh, Flavio's DNF'd, so that doesn't matter, does it?
Ditch.
Okay, so no driver currently has more than one warning. Perhaps most interestingly, Randro has one warning. None of the other drivers around him do.
It is well, given it's like not necessarily best track for racing, I guess. And it might well be because you can follow so well that everyone is finishing close together. Penalties or potential penalties could be coming in a bit clutch. For everyone who doesn't have one. So safety car is going to be safety carring for this lap, I think. Lando is probably going to be going in.
Okay.
Signal 1 and 2, and then turn 1. Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. Where you can...
Is that the overtaking areas?
No, it's the areas where you run wide. Corner cut penalty.
Oh.
So, we have about half a lap of safety cars to us. At least no corner cuts here this lap. Restart is gonna be interesting though. Suzuka also one of the tracks where you have like barely any choice as to where to go. Pretty much only in the little gap between the last chicane and the start-finish line. Because the safety car is gonna announce that it's coming in only on the straight before 130R, I think. If even there, I think might later even. Let's see. And we are coming in this.
There will be racing again.
Oh. So, restart time. Then not really like giving much space to the safety car, so he can't really go just yet. But he does go now. And yeah, Yeast there I think got a banging restart. He is already side by side with Steel Sneeze. He's gonna be side by side with him. Yeah, they're not going for anything that could kill anyone. Wise choice, say. But it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, sorry, it's just how close they are, the front five. It's given me second-hand anxiety.
Yeah. I mean, as long as Glenn leads, I think we will see this, because he has inferior tires by a good bit to anybody else right now. And he's gonna just bunch up these guys. Arendro going for the outside. It's really just a turn where you just dive on the inside, but the grip gives him the superior exit here. And he is through, which could be big for him. If he can make a gap.
Definitely. The longer it takes these other drivers to get past Glenn, the more of an advantage Randro is going to have. You can see him building it already, up to 5/10. Martin is next in the queue. But that was an absolute zip alongside there. What was he doing? Initial D?
Yeah, it was really looking scary. Oh my god, and Yeast diving through there as well. Not on the radar of Glenn at all. And now Glenn lost the car slightly. Oof, and
more than slightly, and I think someone might be dead at the far end there.
They live, but I think this was like all of the slight loss of the car by Glenn here. Trying to shut the door. As he saw people had overspeed on the inside and sort of just drove into them. Steel Sneeze there being hit, and was it Nitro as well? Might have been Nitro. Well, that thins the top field to a top 3 now. Just Randro, Martin, and Yeast.
Yeah, Randro didn't really get away too easily. Martin is still within touching distance. So no pitting for the rest of the race probably from these guys.
Presumably. On checking. Not really. Yes. Quite close. Could be a move in Kane though. Gaining here. Randro is Martin now already out of the DRS windows. A issue for Martin and there. Randro can really just run away with it there if he does it well. Right behind them we have a teleporting DJ ahead of Wes. And have a yellow flag as I think Sean has spun in some way.
Randro doing a purple sector 1, if my UI doesn't deceive me.
Well.
And his time's looking good right now. He's built up nearly 2 seconds over Martin.
Wonder if it's a strat for Martin to maybe let the Yeast go through. Not sure if Yeast has more pace, but Martin certainly right now at least can't match Randro's pace. Of course, Randro's burning a lot of ERS. He barely has anything left. Both Martin and are chilling a little bit more on their energy. ERS is gonna be activated for Yeast. He's pressing the overtake. Let's see, yeah, that should be a breeze here on the start-finish straight.
Well, he does have a fair bit of ground to make up, but he could well have the pace to do it.
And Martin has just, I think, grinded on the curb a little bit there. Went completely straight off track on the corner exit of turn 1 there. Or rather turn 2. And has lost almost a second immediately off it. Is now already out of the DRS of Yeast. And yeah, that has really ripped the top 3 apart. Wes here could be challenging DJ in a bit. But not close enough to send a move into the hairpin. Could be having a good acceleration out of this one though. He's not getting close enough to go side by side either. Overtake activated. He does want to go around the outside here. And is ahead on 130R. Well, who knows? Maybe he has the pace to catch up to Martin, who is now losing massively to Yeast. Has lost another, almost, I don't know. Yeast has overtaken Martin at the start of this lap, and he's already 2 seconds away.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused about this. Does Martin have damage?
Well, he made one mistake that cost him like 1.2, 1.3 seconds maybe. Maybe he had dirty tires from going off afterwards and thus lost more time, but I can also only assume well, East had more energy. He's likely using that to push and get closer to Randro. We can see he has gained half a second on Randro as well. Nitro the fastest lap, but he is 2 light years behind everybody else. Except Glenn, I guess, who just overtook Nitro, I think. And it seems like Wes is pulling away from DJ.
Well, there's pit strategy will definitely go down as one of the strategies of all time from Glenn.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he picked up damage anyways, so he needed to pit there. Bolder move here by Sean. Solar backing out of taking 130R side by side. Rightfully so, and Yeast has made it up to Randro. Both of them are on the exact same ERS now. And it's gonna be a very even fight, presumably. Very grey out. I still wonder if there's like rain towards the end of the race, and maybe Glenn picked hard to get to the points where you can go on Intis.
Ah, this would finally make sense, but
Right?
wouldn't somebody tell us in the chat if it was about to rain?
Surely.
Or was Fabian the only one that did that? Rest his soul.
I mean, Engineer is apparently saying rain in 10. Well, Seagull just told us.
Rain in 10, so...
But 10 is probably not gonna be...
That's like lap 18, isn't it?
Yeah, right, it's like really last lap.
Not affecting the track too much.
I hope it comes in like lap 16, 17. It's gonna be still too late to pit for Intis. But it's gonna be very tough to navigate the track on old slicks then. It's gonna be very interesting. So, let's see. On board with Yeast still. Gonna get DRS, but he did not have the best exit there. Don't think he's making all that ground up to Randro. And I'm not even sure if he wants to right now.
Well, Yeast might be looking to apply some pressure as they head into sector 2.
I mean, as you said earlier, Randro already on a warning.
Oh, true actually. I wonder if he's gone more by now.
Yeah, so the Yeast could potentially pressure him into making a mistake or so. Rid himself of the necessity to even overtake on track.
Randro does have 2 warnings now. Yeast does not have any. And I'm not going to tell you what's happening to Solar on the warnings front.
Yeah,
you've already seen it at the top of the screen, probably, over time.
Yeah, he has already gotten 1 penalty at least. But yeah, Solar in the past has been getting some track limit warnings quite frequently. So I'm not necessarily surprised. It's not necessarily in a track where it's easy to stay in bounds. So, Yeast up into P1. Let's leave these 2 lovebirds to it for now and get some other duels potentially happening. Ocean and Astral might be getting it with Sean here even. Ocean's definitely close to Astral, but wasn't close enough on the straight, so no overtake for him here. Just about staying close to Astral here. Until the next DRS straight, but it seems like it's getting away from him in the middle sector a lot. Oh, and Martin. Man.
Martin spun, I think?
Yeah, he found a wall.
Oh, classic Martin.
Yeah, I was so looking forward to say Martin doesn't even have that wall hit in the very last lap, but we never got there. Thinking me enough to jinx it already?
If so, we've exceeded our typical powers. Maybe you becoming Gru Marto has turned you into a commentary supervillain.
Alright.
What are you thinking right now?
Oh. I think I have Dementors.
Okay. This is not what I had in mind.
No, I tried to remember something and then my brain just blanked and I was utterly disappointed in it. Oh, and there we have it. Randro has picked up his 3-second time penalty. Too many cuts, too many track limit warnings. I think like 3 laps to go. Even if he got past these and like got away for a bit, it would be very, very tough for him to make up all the ground that he needs for the penalties. Only hope is really that he just picks up one as well.
So perhaps it's Jova for him.
One you over.
Oh, I get it. It's because
Yeah,
he's a driver, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, there was memes where he was crying in Shanghai because it was like his home race, and well, speculations, especially with Hulkenberg going to kick, is that he might not be driving F1 forever. Oh my god. And it's Jovi between Sean and Ocean.
Ooh, my Solar coming in the middle there.
Yeah.
No further casualties though.
Yankees.
I heard that was scripted. That made me sad.
Yeah,
to
it
find
was
that
scripted.
out.
It was a scripted bit.
For many years, I believed it wasn't.
Honestly, I know too little about World of Warcraft to care, but apparently it was like an advertisement for their guild where the clip came from, and so it was like all scripted.
I'm not sure it worked as intended then.
Honestly, I think the guy couldn't go anywhere on the server he was playing on because he became so famous. So I guess like they will probably have gotten what they wanted.
You're not much of an MMO gamer, are you?
It's just too much of a grind, honestly. I think, was it last year or was it the year before where Lost Ark was a big thing? Played that? It was
I think it was the year before.
It was my 3rd most played game for the entire year. But I only played it for a month or so until it got like super grindy and I didn't progress much, and like, I don't know, I just don't have the stamina to just grind forever in these MMOs when it becomes like mega grinding.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't think Lost Ark is one of the golden examples of a decent MMO anyway.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm still coping for the Riot MMO. And that's probably gonna be in 10 years or so. Apart from that, I don't think I played oh, is it Fly for Fun?
No idea. Never heard of whatever you just said.
I've played a little bit of Albion as well.
Okay, I have heard of that one.
But I never had a WoW phase. So yeah, one of my best friends like got absolutely ruined by the game and like lost control over his life whenever he decided to just up access for 1 month for nostalgia reasons again. So I was like mega scared away of it.
Well, we're approaching the final lap of the race, and Yeast still has his lead intact, Randro still has his penalty intact, and there is certainly nobody challenging the top 2 at the moment.
Yeah. And the top 2 within each other probably not challenging each other much either. Martin could potentially challenge DJ here. I think he should have the pace theoretically. The question is if he has damage. He's too far away regardless. So, given this, it's only one more lap in the Herb Martin podcast. Would you want to answer the question what your favorite game at the moment is?
My favourite game at the moment is Top Spin 2K25.
I thought so. Honestly,
It's a legitimately quite decent tennis game, and it's been years since that happened.
I'm considering getting that again. It is like sort of affordable. I'm not sure if I want to pay full price for it.
No, I don't think I'd necessarily recommend paying full price for it because the gameplay is fantastic. The rest of the game is a bit dodgy, like the
Yeah.
modes that are available and such. But there's definitely game to be had.
Yeah, I played I think Topspin 4, and that was a banger. But yeah, for me it's probably Risk of Rain 2. Just hella fun.
Isn't that quite a grindy game though?
It's a roguelike, I guess. Like, you can just go in for, like, one run, and that's that. Like, it's really necessary to grind a lot. As, well, East has grinded out a first win here in Challenger Tier. Only
This
a
is not
matter of
the early
time.
death that I had envisioned for him.
Yeah, true. I think the early death is gonna be everybody complaining about him being Challenger.
True. The pitchforks will be out. That will be his form of death. It's a decent win though. I mean, Randro could have won this had it not been for the penalty. I think he knew his race was done after that point.
Why not spectate Win Battle? Where Win Battle, Jimsky, man?
Yeah, we did until the penalty happened.
Yeah, right. Then it was kinda uninteresting, and Randro was not really, like, seeming to make any attempts neither. But I guess fair enough.
You can see what you mean about Suzuka though. It had its moments, but this track is quite weird, honestly.
Oh well, never mind. Maybe we just missed it all. Oops.
What did we miss exactly?
They were apparently close into turn 1. But they were like, I don't know. Yeah, fair. Just a gamba, I guess.
They were still 3 seconds apart, but okay.
No, it's time penalty. Like point. But yeah, not see that so close.
Errors.
Wes.
Driver of the day
Yeah.
from the Ferrari. Yeah, double Ferrari on the podium actually. Decent day for them in the constructors.
Yeah, for one. Well, yeah, good debut, I guess, as well for Wes. I mean, he's sort of expected to be up there. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, Yeast and Fanta may have probably been like a pretty even transfer.
Well, remains to be seen with how Fanta does in Elite, I suppose.
Yeah, and the Discord is pretty split. Half of them are like, oh, great race, had a good battle, and half of them are like, are you stupid? What are you doing?
So begins the post-race reporting.
Yeah, the weekly shenanigans. Oh well. East, Randro and Wes on the podium in the end. DJ in 4th, I think, is a very decent result for him. Martin starting off right where he stopped, I guess. Or stopping off right where he started, rather. But yeah, it's a nice effort to get P5 plus your weekly wall hit. So, Eddie in 6th, decent enough. Steel Sneeze also 7th, lost a little bit. We have the Scots, and I don't know who was last coming into the top. So, yeah, that's been challenging. We're gonna head into a short break. Break being like about 10 minutes. Then Solar, I think. Thank you for dropping in here.
Yes, sir. Was enjoyable. Have a wonderful Elite Tier race.
But I hope so. A couple of minutes. And it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays. Through the final chicane and the AlphaTauri hits the wall of champions.